They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Georgia Bulldogs. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick catch on 3rd down. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marked it at the 47.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man out of the backfield. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
He'll keep it himself. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they have the first points of the game.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He breaks a tackle. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They're going to ride this running back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. They'll try to get outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Just feeds the running back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Now he's going to break the pocket. Turning it on. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do.
22 water. 22 water.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Quick strike complete. Touchdown, Georgia! Oh, that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 6 over Boston College. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy one to the back. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the single back. Breaks into the open. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receiver from the gun. Give on the inside. Got the 1st down and more. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. You see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
Calls his own number. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Nice move to keep running.
Well, not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
They'll move the tight end. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency. And I think the biggest problem has been 3rd down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the 1st, and keeping this drive alive.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll run it from the gun. He's trying to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be dragged down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Nicholson. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. On the move, he fires. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Bulldogs! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. This time he's got his man. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Quick step and go. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
To the air on second down. Got his man on the outside. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give out of the gun. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rush defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. They'll toss it to the left. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's looking to pass. And they can't make the connection.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Makes the catch inside his 30 and looking for room. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. Using his feet to buy time. And he affects his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain.
And I really like the job by this offense because, listen, you've got the lead. Be smart with the football. You drop back, it's a scramble. The quarterback pulls it down, makes the play. Nice job. This is how you play with the lead. Take what the defense gives you and don't make mistakes.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice the safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down because the RPO game's been a problem.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver going in motion. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the Dogs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got the quick pass. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one.
Here we go.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that ball's free behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pressure's there and he lets it go. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he had just enough to will that one home. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Georgia! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And This has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Kentucky offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. He powers his way ahead. Gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Tries to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
The defense calls a timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the RPO, complete. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, and you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
The RPO, it's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Wants to go up top on first down. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flipping forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, and he gets the ball back. Lucky to do so. Guess it could have been worse. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total